Okay, we are live, and I'm going to hit the record button.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, Madam President.
All right. Good evening, everyone. The meeting of the board is now called to order at 7:01 p.m. Before we begin tonight's meeting, I would ask everyone to please turn off all electronic devices during the meeting, and please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Bill.
Second?
Second, Carla.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so tonight we are going to go right into our recognition of our scheduled visitors. Hang on, let me get my script. We have a number of recognitions tonight. We would all, I know, would like to be doing this in person with everybody, but unfortunately, this was our only alternative. So I'd like to first recognize our student representative, Mayla Murtha. The board would like to thank Mayla Murtha for her services as student representative on the Lakeshore Board of Education during the 2019-20 school year. As student government president, this privilege was awarded to Mayla, and she took this responsibility very seriously, developing a relationship with board members, the superintendent, and became a liaison between the student body and the district. Thank you for serving as our student representative, and congratulations to you on your graduation, Mayla. Next, we would like to recognize our recent retirees. On behalf of the Lakeshore Central School District and school community, I would like to recognize instructional staff who have decided to retire from service during the 2019-20 school year. I would like to note the combined years of instructional service for this group is 244 years. Their service to our district is noteworthy and leaves an incredible legacy within our school district and community, in addition to the thousands of students that they have educated, supported, and encouraged along their journeys through the world. Instructional staff retirees are Dolores Armbrust, school psychologist, 35 years of service. Jean Ballou, physical education, 32 years of service. Marcia Belliati, art, 23 years of service. Mark Gardner, technology, 18 years of service. Gina Hackbarth, elementary education, 32 years of service. Mary Rose Jost, elementary education, 17 years of service. Mary Morrison, reading, 23 years of service. Catherine Wagner, occupational therapist, 31 years of service. And Carol Zeffiro, elementary education, 33 years of service. Congratulations to all of you. Our school district also relies on non-instructional staff to support all aspects of our operations. Non-instructional retirees opting to retire during the 2019-20 school year have a combined service record of 43 years of service to our students and our school community. We would like to honor these individuals for their service to our children, our schools, and our community. Non-instructional staff retirees are Linda Chosinski, PCA, 23 years of service, and Cecilia Fox, bus driver, 20 years of service. These instructional and non-instructional retirements represent a combined 287 years of service to our children and school community. We wish each of you health, happiness, and contentment as you enter this new phase of your life. Congratulations to all. Next is recognition of our recent tenure appointments. So we are at the opposite end of the spectrum tonight as we are honoring the employees who have earned and received their tenure. Priscilla Steinert, teaching assistant. Julie Ames, teaching assistant. Christy Ellis, special education. Pamela Minazzi, special education. And Catherine Pope, library media specialist. These individuals have met and surpassed rigorous requirements to receive their tenure appointments in their professions. Congratulations. Now on to our Board of Education recognition. The following students of the Lakeshore class of 2020 were to be honored at the annual Scholastic Achievement Dinner on May 21st, 2020 for their academic achievements. That dinner was canceled, unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. On behalf of the Lakeshore Central School District and school community, I would like to recognize the top 3 students for their accomplishments. Samantha Lynn Donovan, who will hold the position of valedictorian of the class of 2020. Congratulations, Samantha. Hannah Marie Donovan, who will hold the position of salutatorian of the class of 2020. Congratulations, Hannah. And Sierra Lynn Alioto, who received 3rd honors for the class of 2020. Congratulations, Sierra. The following athletes were selected by the New York State Public High School Athletic Association as 2020 Winter Scholar Athletes. Zachary Evans for boys basketball. Mary Cromer for girls ice hockey. And Jaden Jones for girls basketball. Congratulations. The following athletes received honorable mention as 2020 Winter Scholar Athletes by the New York State Public High School Athletic Association. Carlene Dills for cheerleading. Cameron Stacy for boys swimming. Sarah Bovo for cheerleading. Mayla Murtha for cheerleading. Yanawe Logan for girls basketball. And Elise Maybe for girls basketball. Congratulations to all. Also at this time, I would like to recognize Jeff Salerno's students who took 1st place in the Physics Olympics competition at Buffalo State College, which took place in the fall of 2019. Lakeshore High School students took 1st place overall and won the Physics Olympics competition held this fall at Buffalo State College. Hats off to Yanawi Logan, Sophie Snyder, and Dana Sterner, who competed with more than 30 teams from across the country. Their award-winning tasks included building a contraption to protect an egg from being broken by a physics textbook falling from various heights, gaining the farthest distance from an airplane they constructed from foam while also getting it through a hoop, and calculating the angle to position a Nerf gun so it would just hit a barrier without going too far beyond. Congratulations, that was quite an accomplishment. Lastly, on behalf of the Board of Education and district office administrators, we would like to extend our deep appreciation to all of our district employees and all of our personal touch employees for their hard work and dedication to our students, parents, and school community throughout the 2019-20 school year, and specifically throughout this challenging COVID-19 pandemic. These have been trying times for everyone, yet in our district, there is normalcy to be found. Because of you, instruction has continued, students' meals have continued, and contact with teachers, teaching assistants, and principals have continued. The business and functions of the district have continued through each of our departments and our buildings. You have brought structure, routine, learning, compassion, and reassurance to our Lakeshore students and families. So thank you to all of you. Once again, we really would have loved to see you all in person. We miss all of you. We hope to be back in September where we can see everybody. And I'm just going to say that I think we owe you all ice cream, because this is about the time that we would have taken a break and had a little ice cream celebration. So hopefully all of you at home that are watching can have a little ice cream, and we'll catch up next time. Okay, so moving on, may I have a motion to approve the items contained in the consent agenda?
So moved, Carla.
Second, Bill.
Cindy.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, under new business, may I have a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of policy 5676, privacy and security for student data and teacher and principal data, reviewed by the policy committee on May 21st, 2020.
So moved, Kathleen.
Mike.
I'll second.
Second, Mike.
Any
We'll split
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the 2021 bid awards as outlined in the attached?
So moved, Carla.
Second, Bill.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the recommendation to charge non-resident students $150 a class to participate in our 2020 regional summer school?
So moved, Carla.
Second, Mike.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the bond resolution authorizing the issuance of $520,439.47 in serial bonds of the district to finance the purchase of replacement vehicles?
So moved, Carla.
Second.
Kathleen, second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the annual administrative stipends for the 2020-21 school year as attached at a rate of pay pursuant to the Lakeshore Central Administrators and Supervisors Association agreement?
So moved, Bill.
Second, Cindy.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Kelly Regal to a probationary position in the Tenure area of school psychologist beginning August 31st, 2020 and ending August 30th, 2024. Ms. Regal shall receive a salary for the 2020-21 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at Masters plus 30 step 7.
Kathleen, so
moved.
moved.
Second, Carla.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the revised list of department chairpersons, team leaders, and elementary core curriculum leaders for the 2021 school year?
So moved, Carla.
Second,
Bill.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the revised list of available mentors for the 2020-21 school year?
So moved, Carla.
Second, Cindy.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the coaching appointments for the 2021 fall sports season?
So moved, Kathleen.
Second, Bill.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the temporary instructional appointments for the 2020 summer school program to be compensated at the current board LSCTA contractual rates?
So moved, Carla.
Second, Cindy.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the recommendation for Carrie Fisher to work 12 days of summer hours at her daily rate of pay?
Kathleen, so moved.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, on to our discussion items. Agenda items for the July 7th reorganizational meeting. I think we have our normal appointments every year. Does anybody have anything that they would like to add?
Yeah, it's a little light. Let's tack on a couple more pages.
Yeah.
Worth the stuff.
Just a reminder for everybody to start to think about our board assignments for the 2021 school year. And we will also be taking action on board president and vice president. So I guess Christine will be looking at that draft at some point. Next on discussion is the NISBA Annual Convention and Education Expo. I know that, well, registration is supposed to open July 27th. I don't really know yet if they've made a determination if that will be held or not held, or if any of us are in a position to say if we're want to commit to go. I mean, I personally would like to hold off a bit and see what happens before I make a decision. I don't know how anyone else feels.
Yeah, we don't, I feel the same way. I probably won't go even if they have it, just because I don't in the New York area. and
Yeah.
going through it.
I won't be
They're all
going.
behind everybody right now. So, you know, how much is it going to be when they finally get there?
Yeah. So I think Christine will hold off to be determined.
Yep.
I have a feeling that it probably won't be held, but we'll see. On to our school board reports, news and notes. We don't have Mela with us tonight. Board of Education Committee. Has anybody met? Just think so.
No, policy was before.
Yeah.
We have audit committee coming up Friday.
Okay.
Jen, are you going to be there?
No, I won't be able to make
Okay,
that one.
I'll jump in.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Anyone else? ECASB, anything to report?
No.
Nothing. All right. Board member roundtable?
I do have something this time, as a matter of fact. I'll just be brief because I have a feeling Dr. Galuzzo will want to go into details, but he and I both attended the reopening schools task force meeting, which despite some severe technical issues, still yielded, I think, in a productive discussion. There are a lot of concerns. We were both in the social emotional breakout session, and there are many, many concerns about our students' mental health. So we talked about, some concerns, what we think are some solutions, and we focused a lot on things the state can do to kind of alleviate, make things a little easier for us. Forget what is school going to look like in the fall, but if we go to some kind of blended model or students aren't in the classroom all the time, what does being absent mean? How are we going to define a homeschool student? What's going to happen with 180 days? What does that look like? But if the state can really lighten up a little on mandates, give us more flexibility with mandates, with funding, things like that, to really kind of, I know we talk about building the plane in the air a lot, especially, when it comes to state regulations and things like that. But this is just really an unprecedented situation. But it's comforting to know that there are so many people so very concerned about the health and welfare, not just of our faculty and our staff, but of our students. And I think it's safe to say that we're all looking to make student health and safety and their mental health a top priority. That's it.
Thank you. I just have a couple of us attended the Finance Academy graduation last night. Mike and I and Charlie were there. It was really nice to see the kids and their families. They did a great job. They had 3 shifts of 2 groups that rotated through. It worked really, really well. Mike's daughter, Lauren, received her certificate of completion along with 3 scholarships, Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
We're very,
So it was really, really a very, very nice evening. So I was glad I was able to be there. Does anybody have anything else? All right, calendar items. July 7th, we have our reorganizational meeting and our regular meeting starting at 7 p.m. And then on the calendar, we have our August 11th regular meeting starting at 4, followed by our retreat. I'm assuming that we'll probably maybe be having some conversations to see if we are still going to be required to hold our meetings remotely or if we can actually meet in person. So I think more to come on that. Our superintendent's report.
Okay, my turn. Thanks. I want to start off really by thanking Melissa, Dan, John, our district administrative team. We met every week, sometimes 2-3 hours, where we kicked around a lot of different ideas, where we're going, what are we going to do, what does school look like in September, and we're still going to be looking at that for the next 6 weeks, thinking about what that will look like and taking all the information that we're getting from the state and put together the best plan possible. When you think about all the work that all the schools did, taking a model of education that's over 150 years old, turning that around in a day, I think it was pretty amazing. It wasn't perfect. I'm sure that there are some kids that needed more. And, we want to be able to look out for that when we come back in September. When we talked about that group that Kathleen and I were in, one of the things that one of the social workers talked about was resiliency, and how you can be, you can have all the resources and have everything that you can have at home, but you still need to build that resiliency to be able to come through the other side. We understand that there's going to be some students that were okay with it. Some students even flourished being virtual because that was really the thing that they liked the best. They liked being able to do that. But we really are going to take a look and see how we can best help those kids come back so that they're not afraid to come back, and going in line with the safety plan, making sure that we have our plan in place, communicating what we're going to be doing with to parents and how we're going to keep the children as safe as possible following the mandates for them to want to come back. It was very difficult for us not to be able to see kids' faces every day. One of the great things that I love about being superintendent here at Lakeshore is that our offices are right in the high school, and we get to see kids every day. And when you're walking around the building and you don't get to see kids, it kind of breaks your heart a little bit, because that there are some kids that really need that extra help. So we're going to do our best to be able to provide that for kids. I think teachers also learned a new way to teach, and we're going to be looking at what we might do differently in September, having that technology, and maybe we can do things differently in the classroom, even if we're able to come back in person every day. Thinking about maybe building relationships, spending more time building relationships those first few weeks, knowing that, okay, we know how to do the technology part, so I can, maybe give them this work to do at home using technology. and let's focus on building those relationships with the kids, to make sure that they're in a solid place before we worry about academics, because that's just as important as the academics, especially the little ones. I went to the pre-K graduation over at Hoyt, and a couple kids, they ran right up and got their diploma, but there were quite a few kids that didn't want to leave their mom's side. So even the little guys, it's affected kids from, preschool right through high school. And we realize that just because kids are older doesn't mean that they're not having issues too. So we want to do our best to be able to do that. And I think we have a great team here. Again, we weren't perfect, but I think we did a pretty good job, and we're talking about ways of improving. So we're all excited about doing the work over the summer and hopefully having everybody back in the flesh, so to speak, in September. And I also want to thank all of you too, as board members, having the support that you guys have of the district. Again, knowing that we're not perfect, but we're always trying to be as close to perfect as we can be. So I want to thank you guys for your support in the district, and also thank the community for supporting us with a positive vote. That really means a lot to us. And we're going to continue to do the best we can to earn that support and take us into the future for next year. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Charlie. So at this time, we will now recognize unscheduled visitors who would like to address the board. Similar to our regular meetings, the board may not respond to comments or questions at this time, as it is not intended to be a question and answer period. This portion of the agenda is a courtesy to the community, so they have the opportunity to bring matters to the board's attention. Due to tonight's meeting being held remotely, we requested that members of the community submit any comments or questions in advance to an email that was set up to receive public comment. We did not receive any emails for tonight's public comment. So therefore, may I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment history of particular individuals and to discuss collective negotiations. No action will be taken during executive session.
So moved, Mike.
Second, Bill.
Any discussion? Favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Just a note for anyone that may be watching the meeting remotely, the video will stop temporarily while the board is conducting executive session. We will come back out to adjourn the meeting.
I'm going to stop the live stream.